So after you cut everything out, you should have each of these pieces. And go ahead and fold on all the fold lines. And then we're going to take this piece right here and we're just going to connect the two ends on this tab. I'm using hot glue for this. And then I'll just press that in place right there. So it ends up looking like this. Next, we're going to take this piece with the holes, and this will go inside of this piece about that high up. So you're going to take this piece with the holes, and it will go inside, so one hole is close to the back side and one hole is close to the front side. So the holes are positioned like that. So I'm just going to flip this over, and you still need to take note where the front side and back side are. And it's just going to go inside just like this. So I'm just going to gently push it in until it kind of stops moving. And then I'm just trying to make it level. Doesn't have to be perfect, but the more level it is, the better. So I'm going to take my Tombow Mono Multi-Liquid Glue for this and put glue on one of these tabs. I wouldn't recommend hot glue for this part just because it's a little bit tricky and the hot glue sets super fast and doesn't give you much time to work with it. So now I'm just going to move on to another one of the tabs and I'll put the Tombow glue on that again. And then I'll press that in place. And then I'll just keep moving on to another tab until they're all glued in place. And I kind of like to choose ones that are across from each other just so it's glued in evenly. That just helps it be a little bit more level. And again, don't worry if this shifts and it's not super level, it will still work. So now it's attached and it looks like this on the bottom, and on the top it looks like this. So now we can add our decorations to the front side of the machine. So just take note which side has the seam, and the front side should be opposite of that. So I'm going to take these silver pieces, the black piece, and then this little pink piece right here. We're going to start with that piece. It's just going to go on the front side, centered with the fold right in line with the bottom of the machine. So I'm going to use my Tombow glue on that to attach it. So I'll just center it as best I can and press it in place right there. So now that's attached and it looks like this. And I'm going to take the black piece next, and that's just going to go on top of this pink piece, centered, just like that. So now it looks like this. And now we can attach this silver piece right here. So this is just going to go on the front, lined up with the top, just like that. And I'm using Michael's foil paper for this. I love using this paper because it really does look like metal. And I'll just go ahead and press that in place. And now that's attached. Next, I'm going to take adhesive foam squares. You can also use adhesive foam tape. And I'm going to put it on the back of this piece right here. So this will just raise these silver pieces up so you can really see them. But this is optional. You don't have to use these. It just really adds an extra touch to the design. So I'll just peel off those backings and now it's ready to stick on. So I'm just going to center it both height and width wise and press it in place. So it looks like that, and I'm going to take another adhesive foam square and this little piece right here. And this square is a little bit big to go on this piece, so I'm just going to trim a little bit off of it and then stick it on this piece and peel off the backer. And then I'll just very gently press that in place, centering it over the circular part of that last piece. So now it looks like this. Next, you're going to need your plastic fillable ornament. I got mine from Hobby Lobby. As you can see, this is a 7 centimeter size. And your ornament needs to split in half, and it needs to have this end that has a hole through it so you can tie the string through it. You can get these on Amazon also. So I'm just going to split that apart. And then you can see that the two halves go together like this. And this will go on the machine like this. And you're going to put the seam of the ornament so it lines up with the two side points. And you can see inside there the holes on that piece inside, and the string will just go through those holes and tie this ornament on to keep it in place. So at this point, you need to fill the ornament with whatever candy you're using. I'm using these colorful sixlets that I got from Walmart, and I thought these were really cute because they look like mini gumballs, but you can use actual gumballs or any other candy you want. So I'm just going to fill this so the half is basically full. And then once I've done that, I'm just going to put the other side on and make sure those holes are lined up. And then it will just go on the machine like this, and you can kind of get a feel for how it will look at this point. So the next step is to take some string. It doesn't matter what kind of string because it's not going to show. And I'm just going to take one end of it and send it through the hole on the ornament. So now the string is through the hole, and we can take one end of the string and put it through one of the holes on the gumball machine. So now that's through the hole, and I just need to take the other end of the string and put it through the other hole. So now I'm just evening them out so the ends match. And it looks like this. And now we're just going to tie the string. And you want to tie this as tightly as you can to make sure that that ornament is firmly held in place. And then we're just going to go ahead and tie a bow in this because the person that receives this needs to be able to untie it to get to the candy. So I just tied that bow, and you can see that there. And if the string is sticking out or showing when you turn it right side up, you can always trim the ends to make it shorter so it won't show. So it looks like this at this point. And now we need to add the cap of the machine, which is this piece right here. And for this, I recommend using hot glue because we need the hot glue to attach this piece to the machine. So I'm just going to put glue on each of these tabs and attach it to the next side. So now all the sides are attached, and now just take these top tabs and fold them down. So now those are flat, and it looks like this. And then I'm going to look at this piece and decide which side looks best to be the front. It's going to go on the ornament just like this, with the two side points lined up with the seam on the ornament. So I'm just deciding which side looks best and deciding on positioning. And then once I'm happy with it, I'm just going to very quickly put hot glue along these tabs and then quickly press that in place, lining it up with those seams on top of the ornament. So now I'll just press that in place until it's attached, and it looks like this. So now our machine itself is complete, and it looks like this. And next you're going to take some ribbon that is about 20 inches long. I'm using this iridescent ribbon from Michaels. And it doesn't matter what width ribbon you use, just make sure that it will fit through the hole in the tag if you're using the tags. So I'm going to take that ribbon and put it around the machine. And then I'm just going to take the right side of the ribbon and put it through the hole of the tag with the front of the tag facing forward. Then I'll go ahead and match up those ribbon ends and tie it. And then I'll tie a bow. And then I'll just fix the bow so it looks nice. And then adjust the tag so it's more towards the front and it's showing better. And that's it for my mini 3D gumball machine Valentine. I hope you enjoyed making this project. I think it's super cute and would work for many occasions besides Valentine's Day. Thank you so much for purchasing my design, and if you have any questions, please reach out.